Hello BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with an extra video this week because today I'm going to be talking to you about my March Mystery Madness TBR for 2018. Yay! I am so thrilled to be one of the hosts for March Mystery Madness. In the description box below I will of course list to all the other hosts along with the Goodreads group for March Mystery Madness and the Twitter for March Mystery Madness. So please go and check all that out. And of course I will be listing all the books that I'm about to talk about. So March Mystery Madness, if you did not see my announcement video or didn't see any of the other announcement videos, there are 6 categories and they are based off a word prompt. So that's a lot of fun. So in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about the 6 books that I picked. These will be put into my regular TBR, so next week I am going to be doing my March TBR video. I will be mentioning these books again because you guys know how many challenges I do, so as best as I could I'm slotting these into other challenges as well, so I can essentially kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The other thing I want to quickly talk about there's a couple things I want to talk about before I get into the books. The first thing is, I'm posting this on a Friday. What I tend to do is, because I like to be extremely organized with my booktube videos and stuff like that, that I can't just say, okay, next week I want to film this and just sit down and film it. I actually, because I do upload on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I actually have a calendar in my Google Drive, and I mark what day what videos are going to be published for the entire month. So I know at the beginning of the month every video that I need to film and post. You know, Saturdays are always my weekly wrap-ups. You know, I tend to do a couple book hauls. You know, I have standard videos every month and I like to do it that way. I knew I wanted to do a couple different videos at least for March Mystery Madness, and I was trying to figure out where to slot them in, and I was having trouble because there were more videos than I wanted to remove things. Do you know what I mean? I like doing, maybe some people might consider it boring, but I like doing these same type of videos every month. Like I'm doing like my anticipated reads, you know, my rewind videos, my book hauls, things like that, that I couldn't find anywhere really to slot some of these videos in. So I decided for the month of March, because there are 5 Fridays in March, I am going to be posting 5 March Mystery Madness videos, 1 every Friday. So you guys get an extra video from me every week. Lucky you. So I am super duper excited about it. They are all mystery related. I'm going to be doing a video talking about the Harlequin intrigue and romantic suspense lines. I'm going to be doing a video talking about some of my favorite romantic suspense authors. You know, something about my favorite cozy mysteries. I haven't decided yet. I'm still on the fence. I might even be doing a video talking about my love of Nancy Drew. Mystery, absolutely. So stay tuned for all of those coming in March, guys. So consider this to be the very first of 6 videos, I guess, 6 extra videos outside of the announcement video. Now the other thing that, actually, you know what? I was going to talk about it now, but I'm going to wait till I'm done the books, because one of the books ties into what the other very special announcement of it I want to talk about, which is a giveaway I'm going to be doing for March Mystery Madness. So stay tuned to the end of this video. So let's jump into my TBR for March Mystery Madness. Like I said, there are 6 prompts, 6 word prompts, and I'm going to tell you what book I'm going to be reading, and I'm also going to read the description of the book, like that's on Goodreads, just so it's a little bit easier for you guys. When I do my March TBR, don't panic, I won't go and redo all this again, so don't think you're going to be getting some of this information twice. I'll just be letting you know. See my March Mystery Madness video for more information on this book. But the first category is shelf, which is essentially pick a book off your shelf. That's how I interpreted it. And the book I'm going to be reading is Haunted Destiny by Heather Graham, fitting in my Crew of Hunters book every month. You guys, if you guys watch my channel, you know this. My goal is to read through this entire series, and I should actually finish it this year. Not finish it because she's still writing them. So this is book number 18 in the Crew of Hunters series, and I'm going to be listening to this one on audio, and it's being narrated by Phil Giante. So, a historic cruise ship, a haunted ship, the Celtic American Line's Destiny, sets sail from the port of New Orleans with a killer on board. He's known as the Archangel Killer because of the way he displays his victims in churches, and how he places a different saint's medallion on each body. No one knows exactly who he is or why he's doing this. Jackson Crow, head of the FBI's Crew of Hunters, a special unit of paranormal investigators, is assigned to the case, along with local agent Jude McCoy. Then Alexi Cromwell, who works in the ship's piano bar, is drawn into the situation when a victim's ghost appears to her and to Jude. She and Jude share an attraction, and not just because of their mutual talent. There are many suspects, but one by one they're ruled out. Or are they? In the end, Jude and Alexi have to rely on each other to catch a killer and escape his evil plans for Alexi. You guys know I love my Crew of Hunter books. And this is a mystery. It involves a killer. It involves ghosts. It involves a romance. I just love these books so, so, so much. And I'm so excited about getting to this one next month. The next prompt is Boro, which I am taking as borrow from the library. So I will be borrowing this on ebook from my local library. And the book is Lemon Meringue Pie Murder by Joanne Fluke. It is book number 4 in the Hannah Swensen series. In February, I read book number 3, so I decided, why not? Let's go ahead and read book number 4. So, Hannah Swensen thought she'd finally discovered the recipe for a perfect life, but her sometimes beau, Norman Rhodes, tosses a surprise ingredient into the mix when he phones to tell her he just bought a house from a local drugstore clerk, Rhonda Shift, which he plans to tear down in order to build the dream home he and Hannah designed. It seems the plan has been cooking for quite some time, and Hannah's shocked, especially since her ring finger is still very much bare. The good news is that soon-to-be torn-down house is full of antiques, and Norman has given Hannah and her mother first dibs. They uncover some gorgeous old furniture, a patchwork quilt, and Rhonda Shift's body. Dead body, excuse me. A little more sleuthing turns up a half-eaten remains of a very special dinner for 2, and one of the cookie jar's famous lemon meringue pies. Now it's up to Hannah to turn up the heat and get busy tracking down clues, starting in her very own kitchen. These are so adorable. I talked about this book I talked about Blueberry Muffin Murder, which I read, like I said, in February, in my last weekly reads, and I do adore this series. I love the covers on these books. They're so simplistic, but so adorable, and I just love them. I absolutely love them, and I'm really, really looking forward to reading this one. The next category is new, which it could be a brand new book that you just bought, or it could be a new release. I actually went on Audible, onto the Audible Romance Reader's Package that I subscribe to every month, and I clicked on the romantic suspense section of it to see if I could find something, and I found this book, and it's by a brand new to me author, so that's where I'm taking new from, and the title drew me in, absolutely. How Nancy Drew Saved My Life by Lauren Baratz-Logsted. I'm going to be listening to this one on audio, and it's being narrated by Elena Stauffer. This one looked just absolutely adorable. Now, I did go on Goodreads and I looked, and it does not have the best ratings. There are a lot of 2-star, a lot of 1-star, a lot of 3-star, but I tend not to look at that. I like to go into a book on my own. Just because you hated it doesn't mean I might not thoroughly enjoy it, you know? And it sounds like a cute enough story, so let me tell you about it. Broken, smashed, and stomped in the mud. That's how Charlotte Bell's heart ended up the last time she let her emotions heat up on a nanny assignment. So taking a new position in frigid Iceland, working for Ambassador Edgar Rawlings, might just be what Charlotte needs in order to heal up and chill out. This time she's determined to be intrepid and courageous. She's even read all 56 original Nancy Drew books in preparation. Unfortunately, she neglected to find out anything about Iceland or to look up the background of her oddly compelling employer. When Charlotte stumbles onto the trail of a mystery that only she can solve, she'll need every shred of Nancy's wisdom to help her keep her life and her heart safe. Sounds adorable. I mean, really, come on. I had to. I absolutely had to stick that one on the list as soon as I saw it because I thought it was going to be fantastic. So, fingers crossed it actually is. The next category is foreign, and I am taking this to read a book that is not set in my home country of Canada. So the book I'm going to be reading is Murder at the House of Rooster Happiness by David Casarett. I'm going to be listening to this one on audio. I'm getting it from my library, and it's being narrated by Kristen Kabili. I'm sorry if I said that incorrectly. I did buy this one. If you guys watched one of my recent, I think it was my first book haul for February, I mentioned that I bought this one. So when I saw the prompts for March Mystery Madness, I was like, yes, I can fit that one in there. So this is a cozy mystery set in Thailand. How awesome is that? So, 2 nights ago, a young woman brought her husband into the emergency room of the Sears Hospital in Thailand, where he passed away. A guard thinks she remembers her coming in before, but with a different husband, one who also died. Laura Dat, for one, would be happier without a serial murderer, if there was one loose in her hospital. Then again, she never expected to be a detective in the first place. And now, Lara Dat has no choice but to investigate. So it's a cozy mystery, and she's a nurse, and it's set in Thailand, and it sounds awesome, and the cover is fantastic. I am so super excited about reading this one. I cannot wait to get to it. So the next category is opposite. Now, I know a lot of people, when I was watching the March Mystery Madness announcement videos, a lot of people said that this was, and I forgot reading this in the email chain, but we're taking like two books that were different, like opposites of each other, and reading both of them. And I think some people are doing that. I'm actually going to take this as being reading the opposite of something that I would normally read. So I love romantic suspense. I love cozy mysteries. The one type of mystery that I'm not that I'm not a fan of it, but I don't delve into, are thrillers. And I want to thank KT, who is another one of the hosts for March Mystery Madness. She mentioned this book in her announcement video, and I'm like, I have a copy of that on audio. I bought it a couple years ago when I first joined Audible, and they were doing like a big member sale where you could get a bunch of different books for $5 each or something. And I bought this one because I remembered my dad has read it, my brother's read, at least they've read this author. I don't know if they've read this book in particular, but they've read this author, and both of them have said that they really enjoyed this author's work. And I thought, it is the opposite sort of what I normally would read. I normally like my mysteries cozy or with some romance, whereas this one's more of a thriller type book. So the book I will be reading is 6 Years by Harlan Coben. This is being narrated on audio by Scott Brick. 6 years have passed since Jack Fisher watched Natalie, the love of his life, marry another man. 6 years of hiding a broken heart by throwing himself into his career as a college professor. 6 years of keeping his promise to leave Natalie alone, and 6 years of tortured dreams of her life with her new husband Todd. But 6 years haven't come close to extinguishing his feelings, and when Jake comes across Todd's obituary, he can't keep himself away from the funeral. Then he gets a glimpse of Todd's wife he's hoping for, but she's not Natalie. Whoever the mourning widow is, she has been married to Todd for more than a decade, and with that fact, everything Jake thought he knew about the best time of his life, a time he had never gotten over, is completely turned inside out. As Jake searches for the truth, his picture-perfect memories of Natalie begin to unravel. Mutual friends of the couple either can't be found or don't remember Jake. No one has seen Natalie in years. Jack's search for the woman who broke his heart and who lied to him soon puts his very life at risk, and draws on him the man that he has become may be based on carefully constructed fiction. This sounds really good, and I don't know why I haven't read it yet. Been sitting on my my Audible TBR for about 2 years. I think it's about time. But like I said, a little bit different than what I normally read, but I'm still really, really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really good. And the last category. Now, it's not like these are all kind of going in some sort of specific order. I'm mentioning this one last because out of all the books I'm going to be reading for March Mystery Madness, this is the one that I am the most excited about. And the prompt is historical. And I had a hard time with this one. I'm like, oh, I need like a historical mystery. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll read an Agatha Christie. And I actually had on my list originally to read Murder on the Orient Express because I've heard it's supposed to be really good. And I really enjoyed And Then There Were None that I read a couple years ago. And I wanted to go with that. Then I thought, well, let me just see what else I have. So I was looking on Goodreads, and I have a shelf labeled historical fiction, and I came across the first book in this series, and I went, oh my god, why haven't I read the second book in this series yet? The first book I read in 2016, and I remember being so excited about it, and, you know, it had just been released, and I actually talked with the author. She did a big Goodreads, or not Goodreads, a big Facebook, like, group chat thing, and I was on it 2 years ago, and I got to talk to her and find out more about her. And this lists so many of my favorite things all in one book. And I remember saying to myself, you need to get the second book when it comes out and read it. And 2 years have passed, and that hasn't happened. But here comes March Mystery Madness, and it's a historical novel, and it's a mystery, and I'm going to read it, and I can't wait. Oh my god, you guys. You need to check out this series. So, the book is called A Lesson in Love and Murder by Rachel McMillan. And it is book number 2 in the Herringford and Watts mystery series. Let me read the back of the book to you, and maybe this will give you a clue as to why I am so excited about reading this book, if you know where I'm from. The legacy of literary icon Sherlock Holmes is alive and well in 1912 Canada, where best friends Miranda Herringford and Jem Watts continue to develop their skills as consulting detectives. The city of Toronto has been thrown into an upheaval by the arrival of a radical anarchist, Emma Goldman. Amid this political chaos, Benny Citrone of the Royal Northwest Mounted Police arrives at Miranda and Jem's flat, requesting assistance in locating his runaway cousin, a man with a deadly talent. While Miranda eagerly accepts the case, she finds herself constantly butting heads and hearts with Benny. Meanwhile, Jem has her hands full with a husband who is determined to keep her out of harm's way. As Miranda and Jem close in on the danger they've tracked from Toronto to Chicago, they'll uncover a sinister plot to assassinate presidential candidate Theodore Roosevelt. Will they be able to save the day and resolve the troubles threatening their future happiness before it's too late? It is a cozy mystery. I would label this as a cozy mystery. I've read the first one, so yes. It takes place in Canada, not in just Canada, but outside my front door. It takes place in Toronto, and it's a historical. I love it. I read the first one. The first book is called The Bachelor Girl's Guide to Murder, and I absolutely loved it. And I was so thrilled when I remembered this, and I immediately put it on my TBR. And I'm like, sorry, Agatha Christie, you're going to have to wait because I need to read this book. My library does not have a copy of this on ebook. I think they have it in print book, but I really have a hard time now reading print books. Ebooks are so much easier for me, so I am going to buy it. I'm going to support the author and absolutely buy a copy of it. And I'm very, very much looking forward to reading this one. Now, this ties into my giveaway. I saw this on Jayne Catherine's channel, that she is doing a giveaway for March Mystery Madness, which I think is absolutely amazing. And I wanted to do a giveaway too. And I thought, what book do I want to give away? I'm like, I could do a Heather Graham book. I could do like the first book in the Crew of Hunter series, because you guys know how much I love that one. But that might not be everybody's taste because, you know, it's more paranormal, it's more romance, you know, things like that. It's not a true mystery It is, but it isn't. Do you know what I mean? So then I was looking at my TBR and I'm like, The Bachelor Girl's Guide to Murder. And I looked, and Book Depository does sell it in print book. So here's how my giveaway is going to work, everybody. Including this video, not including my announcement video, but including this video. Every time you make a comment in this video or any of my other March Mystery Madness videos in March, so any of the other videos going up on Fridays, anytime that you leave a comment in those videos and you're a subscriber, I please ask that you do be a subscriber as well. I will enter you on my spreadsheet, and then after March Mystery Madness is over, one of my first videos in April, I will do a drawing from all of those names. So if you post a comment in every video, that's 6 entries. I will pull a name, and I will buy and have mailed to you from the Book Depository a copy of The Bachelor Girl's Guide to Murder by Rachel McMillan. Guys, I really think that this is something that I think everybody could enjoy. It's a clean story. You know, there's no adult content, there's no swearing in it. It's a historical, and it takes place in my hometown, which I think is really, really fun. And that's why I love this series. There are, I think, 3 or 4 books in this series, including a couple novellas. But yeah, so this is the book that is definitely going to be given away. So if you just want to comment on the video, but you're not interested in winning the book, that's perfectly fine. Just, you know, just leave your comment, you know, great video. I read the Harlan Coben book. I loved it. Don't enter me in the draw. You know, feel free just to put that. But if you want to enter the draw, just leave a comment. You don't have to tell me that you want to enter. Just leave a comment. Like I said, and if you comment on every single one of my videos in March, then, or all of my March Mystery Madness videos, then you will be entered 6 times, potentially, to win. So yes, I am super duper excited about this. I might even order myself a copy from Book Depository just to have a copy on my shelf, because, you know what, guys? I was excited about March Mystery Madness, and then when I saw that I needed to read this book, I became even more excited. This is another one of those kind of books that I grew up in the city, but I obviously didn't grow up in the city in 1912. But as I was reading the book, I would be going on Google and searching up different areas of the downtown, like they were talking about, and being like, what did it look like back then? You know, like, what are they seeing that, you know, we don't see now? Or what's changed? What hasn't changed? And I ended up on some great Toronto archive websites where they have like these great pictures of, like, you know, looking north on Yonge Street from the CN Tower or something like that, you know, how it looked in this time period and how it looks now. You know, what did, you know, what did the site look like before they built the CN Tower look like? What did, you know, the area where the Eaton Center is now, you know, stuff like that. So I am totally stoked about this book. And I know I've been going on and on about it, but yes. So just keep that in mind that there is going to be a giveaway for this. So I hope you guys like that. Please let me know in the comments below if you guys have picked out your TBRs for March Mystery Madness. Are you joining in with us? I do hope you do. This is going to be such a fun event for the month of March. And it's also my birthday month, which is kind of fun too. So I get to give you guys a present in my birthday month, which is absolutely awesome. But anyway, guys, until my next video, take care and happy reading. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.